Will E20 fuel cause damage to your engine? What does the government and the science say? Is it safe or is it risky? You must have probably heard that E20 petrol will ruin your engine or your fuel efficiency will crash, and the government is rushing this change. But what if I told you all of these are myths? Hello everyone, welcome to Vajiram and Ravi's Flash News. My name is Shubhangi Singh and today we are going to understand that how E20 petrol, that is ethanol blended petrol in terms of 20%, is tested, it is efficient and it is also safe. If we talk about ethanol blended petrol, the government has also clearly taken a stand amidst the concerns that have been rising, misunderstandings that have been going out in the media. और यहाँ पे गवर्नमेंट ने क्लियरली स्टेट किया है कि यहाँ पर जो 20% एथेनॉल ब्लेंडेड पेट्रोल है दैट इज E20 इज एब्सोल्युटली सेफ. और यहाँ पे ये जो गवर्नमेंट का स्टांस है वो कोई रैंडम डायलॉग या फिर कोई प्रमोशन नहीं है, रादर ये एविडेंस बेस्ड है. सो व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट एविडेंस बेस्ड स्टांस दैट इज बीइंग टेकन बाय द गवर्नमेंट, it comes from ARAI, that is Automotive Research Association of India, IIP and IOC Research and Development, जहां पर long term tests किए गए हैं over 1 lakh kilometers. So these tests have been conducted in conditions which have been tested over years and over 1 lakh kilometers. Furthermore, the government has gone ahead and clearly defined on social media as well, where there are some articles, reports going around that how the key findings are supporting that E20 is beneficial, it is safe, and all of this has been tested. So the key finding that have been highlighted, there is no significant difference in power or torque. We'll be getting into the detail of it as well. Fuel consumption as well as wear and tear. Furthermore, there is an extra advantage where ethanol has higher octane rating as compared to petrol. When we are seeing it is 108.5 versus 84.4. That means if you are driving a car where you are using ethanol blended petrol, you will get a better ride quality and also there will be better efficiency for modern engines. Now let us break all of this down in terms of the evidence when we are talking about vehicle performance, when we are talking about fuel efficiency. So if we talk about the vehicle performance, we have to understand that both carbureted and fuel injected vehicles, both of these type vehicles have been tested. So the evidence is for both type of vehicles as of now, and in case of legacy vehicles we are finding the older vehicles there is no abnormal damage and it also has passed hot and cold start tests. We have also seen higher octane rating and heat of vaporization. That simply means that we are going to see denser air fuel mix which will directly result in better volumetric efficiency. So this clearly highlights in terms of vehicular performance there is going to be no drastic change. Some minor changes might be seen. However, when we are talking about fuel efficiency impact, we have to understand it from two different dimensions. First, such vehicles which are already calibrated for the usage of ethanol blended petrol, that is E20 calibrated vehicles, in that we are just going to see 1 or 2% drop as compared to the regular petrol. But if we are talking about older vehicles where E20 is not calibrated and then we are using, the drop is going to be somewhere around 3 to 6%. But this drop is not major, it is absolutely minor and it can be mitigated in coming time when gradually there will be more use of E20 compatible material and tuning would be done. So यहाँ पे जो हम fuel efficiency की बात कर रहे हैं और vehicular performance impact की बात कर रहे हैं, there is no drastic change at all. Furthermore, यहाँ पे और एक दो dimensions हैं. There are more dimensions that we need to understand from the aspect of material safety as well as maintenance, because that is another concern or myth that is going around. So when we talk about material concerns, the main authority that is responsible, BIS, Bureau of Indian Standards and Automotive Industry Standards, इन्होंने already ensure किया है, they have already ensured that there will be proper corrosion safety, so your engines will not be corroded. And corrosion inhibitors have already been added to E20 fuel. So this myth that is going around that your engine will be corroded, that corrosion is not possible because corrosion inhibitors are present in E20 fuel and they have already been tested. But as per for the older vehicles which are not E20 calibrated, in those they will require replacement of certain parts and gaskets after every 20,000 to 30,000 kilometer, which is comparatively low cost, and if there is routine servicing, it will work for them. So as of now, it becomes important for the economy and the consumers to understand that what are the evidence and what actually is right here. So in terms of material concerns, the older vehicles will require routine servicing, which is comparatively low cost, and some change of parts. Otherwise, there is no corrosion that is expected. And all in all, it has been made clear that there is no drastic damage risk which is being circulated, and normal maintenance will suffice for the vehicles if we are going into this particular transition. Now that we have understood that the myths and how they are evidence-based being busted, we need to move ahead and understand the importance that how this E20 fuel is beneficial for us. It is directly related to the environmental gains that we are going to get in front of here, because ethanol is a renewable biofuel. It will also result in lesser CO2 emission, because यहाँ पे sugar cane ethanol जो है वो 65% यूज होगा, दैट मीन्स लोअर ग्रीन हाउस गैस. अगर हम मेज एथेनॉल की बात करें तो वो यहाँ पर 50% लेस देन पेट्रोल एमिशंस जो हैं हमें देखने को मिलेंगे. और ये डायरेक्टली सपोर्ट करता है 2G बायोफ्यूल्स जो हम एग्रीकल्चर से रेसिड्यू में से ले रहे हैं, एंड दैट इज एब्सोल्युटली सस्टेनेबल. सो दिस इज आवर बिड टू मूव टुवर्ड्स रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी and participate in terms of becoming to a comparatively cleaner future. But it is not just limited to environmental gains, it is going to have economic implications as well. When we are talking about economic implications, यहाँ पर इंडिया की जो 80% डिपेंडेंसी है ऑन इम्पोर्ट्स, उसको रिड्यूस करने में बहुत हेल्प मिलेगी, स्पेशली क्रूड ऑयल इम्पोर्ट्स की अगर हम बात करें. अदर देन दैट, यहाँ पर फॉरेन एक्सचेंज जो है वो एक बड़ी क्वांटिटी में हम बचा सकते हैं. फार्मर्स को यहाँ पे बेनिफिट मिलेगा बिकॉज दे आर पेड फॉर द एथेनॉल फीड स्टैक दैट इज procured for them, and it will also give boost to not just rural income but jobs that will be created in all of this industry. And as per for the fact that government is rushing into the release of this program, the transition of this program, the plan is to gradually roll it out. When we are talking about ethanol blending roadmap, it is for 2020 to 2025. It is absolutely gradual and strategic. Now, I would like to ask you here that what do you think that are the challenges that need to be addressed in the transition that we are looking forward to? That was all from my side. Thank you so much.